Well, hello folks, welcome back to Tennis Elbow Manager 3. I am the Custard Prophet, or Tennis Elbow Manager 2 I should say. Tennis Elbow Manager 3 doesn't exist yet, but yeah, welcome back. We're following Sean Death, and he's now in the top 8 in the world, and he's in the final event of the season in 2022, and it is this round robin match with the top 8 players going up against each other. He's in a group with the second best player in the world, the 6th best and the 7th best, which you'd think actually that's not a bad situation, but in the other group we've beaten every single one of those players. So these jokers, we haven't beaten one of them until this time round. Let's have a look at the results so far that happened last episode. So we played 2 games last episode, and we played a Finnish player who we'd never come up against before, and we really struggled to get through him. He won 6-3, 6-3. It looked a real problem, and yeah, I thought we were going to make short work of this tournament. But the very next game, we played Zopsku of Czechoslovakia, who had just beaten the world number 2, and well, Shaunie won it 7-5, 6-3. Really impressive performance. So every single one of the players has in our group has got a single win, and I was going to say the same has happened here, but in fact, Lonnie, the world number 1, has not won a game yet, so that's a bit interesting. It's all up to Shaunie here, if he can do what he's never done before, and he's played Silvech a good number of times. He's played him 5 times up to now, lost 5 times. So if he can win through this, then there is, I think he qualifies for the knockout, which will be mad. I don't think this will happen given our previous against this player. So let's have a look at how good this player is. Look at the ability here, just pure patch. His service speed has gone down a little bit, which is all right. Physically, he's a beast. Mentally, not quite what he was. So that is interesting. Let's just have a look. For some reason we're set to junior tour here, but every single time we've played Silvech, it has been hard as heck. The first 4 times were very, very difficult, but the last time, which we played him in a final, we played him a few tournaments ago in Shanghai in a Masters final, and it was a close old game. We were in with a shout. So who the heck knows? Who the heck knows? I think it's going to be tough. I think we have probably a very slim chance of getting through it, but Shaunie is going to give it his all, surely. Let's get into the match against Silvech. Here he is. We've got a terrible record against him, but it's today the day we managed to deal with it. Let's find out. So there's very little to focus on, but as always, that serve wheel's going to go down. We're going to aim for the lines, we're going to a little bit more aggressive on everything, but not ridiculously. Net wheel right down, attacking wheel, and aim for those lines, and we'll see how that works as a starting point. Can Shaunie get a set off him? That's something he's never done yet, and Silvech has dropped 2 sets in this tournament so far. Is he going to drop a 3rd? Let's find out. Well, it's a ridiculous game of tennis. It's 5-all in the first set, and there's just been nothing happening. First break point of any type, and Silvech puts it way wide at deuce. Shaunie's had advantages galore in this game. It's very interesting it's gone this close. He's gone wide. What a disaster. He's got nowhere close on Silvech's serve though. So what we will do is serve and volley will return aggressiveness and distance. We'll just try and push something there, but it's set point here. He's clipped the net there, but Shaunie has not had a hope on Silvech's serve. But to be perfectly honest, until the last game, there's been very little from Silvech as well. But he's into the net there, and it is 40-30, still a set point. Sure, he does get it back, and he does get a chance in here. So it is deuce. Is Shaunie going to get a break point? No, he doesn't. Silvech got another one. He's gone long. There's the hope. you just hope Shaunie doesn't screw up with a poor miss. Oh, and there we go. It was too short, and Silvic just does him. 7-5. Let's have a look at the rally stats here. Shaunie's actually doing pretty well. First serve could be better, but he's not losing his first serve, so I'm not too worried about that. Unforced errors, probably too many of those, but he's getting a few more winners than Silvic is. Return points 1. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? 6 out of 31. Right, so what we'll do... We'll go farther back and see if it gives us a little bit more time on his serve. Well, already it is a chance for Silvic in the first game, and straight into the net. So it's you don't want to lose this first one, do you? Ooh, good effort. A lot of power there from Shaunie. Well, Silvic is pushing him. Oh! No! Oh, no. Well, that was poor. And it looks like this second game is heading away from Shaunie after a very, very good first game. Silvic is love 40 up. And I don't really see a way back into it because of how strong this player is. It is very, very hard to get points off him. He's coming into the net. What are you doing, mate? Now he's going back. I'm sure that's not the best plan of action. He's 3 love down, and this is not a good second set. And it's another. He could bagel this one, unfortunately. I think the changes I have made have really not worked. This is the level that Shaunie's got to get to. Oh. He's gone wide. Wow. Well, come on, let's just get a bloody game in this second set. Oh, look at him. Look at him go. He's unbeatable, this guy. Shaunie's having to work so hard here. Every single point he has to fight for. And there isn't a way back in here. Especially his second serve, and he's going to be vulnerable now. He goes middle. I suppose it just doesn't give him the angle. And there we go. Too short. And it looks like he's been bageled. And it's a love 40. Embarrassment. Second set. Oh, it's a lovely bit of play from Shaunie. That was great. What a lovely bit of play. But yeah, it's end of the season here, I think. He's gone for a second one. Well, he's driving him to the net a few times, which is interesting because it's worked for Shaunie. Oh, there it is. Toying with him. And that is it. 7-5-6 love to Silvic, and he is the one who goes through there. So in the end, you can see here that for some reason I can't get access to the tournament, but the Finnish player beat Dmitriev in the final over 5 sets, so that's fairly impressive. Yeah, a little bit frustrated that we weren't able to do a little bit better against Silvic in that second set, but it is what it is. So we'll be back then for potentially the Australian Open, but as always we are going to be playing the first game of the first month of the season in Brisbane, which we have won a couple of times. Yeah, we've won a couple of times. We'll be looking to retain our title and win this. We'll be the first player to win this 3 times in recent history, so that will be fun. And then the Australian Open is hot on the heels of that one, so we'll be working, training over the Christmas period, trying to boost all of these attributes up a bit. We've got a very good situation going into it. We've got good experience points as well, so I'm pretty pleased with where we are. We've got, I think, 3 or 4 weeks of training to go, so who knows where we will end up. Hopefully we'll have a very, very strong build of player when we get into the next season, and maybe, just maybe, we can start getting a little bit deeper more regularly into tournaments and making the finals and semi-finals on a more regular basis and actually beating those top 8 players rather than seemingly struggling against them. Anyway, folks, if you have enjoyed this season, it's been a good season. We had a Grand Slam win. We've had a couple of other wins, which has been great. If you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you next time as we head to Australia for our start of 2023. Exciting times. See you then. Goodbye.